let's move on to how you put your hair extensions in. So when you get a set of hair extensions, you'll get wefts with different widths, bit of a mouthful to say, and the less wider wefts go at the top of your head and at the bottom, because where your hair falls, you need less hair here, and you don't want obviously people to see the top of the weft coming through. You want it to look completely seamless. And the wider lengths, because you have more hair that falls there, you need to put them around here. Sometimes you get sets with very short widths, if you like, and those are ones where you put them here. Now for me, it doesn't really work because I don't have a lot of hair to cover those wefts. But say for example, if I was going to a wedding and I was putting my hair up, I might just use them so that it looks a bit more natural, like I've actually got hair that's coming from the front. So in terms of how you put the wefts in then, so if you are using these on the same day as washing them, then you do absolutely need to put some product, especially if you've got very fine hair like me. So you need to be able to provide a base in which your wefts will sit and grip your hair. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the first weft in. So before I put the initial weft in, I just want to show you the different lengths, if you can see that. And you can see that the shorter weft is going to go at the bottom of my hair. So I'm going to just literally use a tail comb, and I'm going to just pin this up, and I'm just going to move my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. So as you can see, not much hair there, but I need to be able to create a base. Now again, if you've got really fine hair, then you might want to also hair spray, but I'm going to literally back comb kind of the first little bit of hair. So I'm not going to back comb all of it. I'm probably going to be able to just back comb enough so I can feel all the way around where I've back combed. And that's essentially where I'm going to clip the hair extensions into. So taking my shortest piece here, comb it through, and I'm going to clip it here. And with these clips, you literally just kind of almost hook them into your hair, and there you hear the clip. Now this particular set did come with, can you see that? Can you even tell that's not my real hair? This particular set of hair extensions came with 6 wefts. For me, that was just too much. If I put 6 wefts in my hair, first of all, it would just feel so heavy. Secondly, I don't think I've even got enough hair for it to grip onto. So what I did was I kept 3 of the wefts aside so that when the time comes where I have to say goodbye to these, then I will just get those other ones and get them cut by my hairdresser and do exactly what I'm doing now. So that's the first one. So the second one, I'm going to go a little bit more into the center of my head, and I'm going to use the widest length, sorry, widest width I should say, God. And again, if you look, it's still slightly shorter than the top piece. So when you do get your hair extensions cut, at least when you go home, you'll be able to remember which weft goes where on your head, if that makes sense. So again, I'm going to literally take my hair and back comb all the way around. And back combing is really essential, because if you do not back comb, your clips just are not going to stay in, especially if you literally wash your hair and then put them straight in. So again, make sure all my clips are open, and just clip them right in. And again, there you go. You can see that the actual hair matches mine absolutely perfectly. And that's really because, you know, I did dye them to make sure I get that completely seamless look. Now, sometimes when I'm really kind of not as bothered and don't want a completely glamorous look, I only put 2 in. And you can already see how different and how full my hair looks. But for the purposes of this video, I'm also going to put the top one. So this is the one, let me just show you, that is not as wide as the second one I put in, which is in the middle of my head. And it's also the one with the longest length. So again, just going to pin that up. Now, if you don't have a lot of hair, or perhaps you want a look where you're putting some of it up, etc., you don't necessarily have to always clip it in the same place. But if you're not, then I would suggest that you don't have your hair straight, because if you do, you're more likely to be able to see that the hair extension's in a slightly different place. So back home, God, I'm forgetting. Back home all the way around. And again, make sure your clips are open. Click. Click. And click. There you have it. Now you can see just how much hair I suddenly have. And if you remember how little I had before, you can see how much thicker it looks. So even things like having a ponytail for me were really just a bit of a, you know, a knock on my confidence, because I just couldn't have a nice thick ponytail. I couldn't put my hair, you know, up. And I used to look at people going, oh God, you know, I wish I had that hair. So even if I wanted to do a ponytail now, I could literally just make sure this is all combed back, and I could do a nice ponytail here, and you would not even know this isn't my hair. So we've got our extensions, we've matched the colour, we've had them cut, we've put them in. How do you look after your hair extensions going forward? So essentially, when I wash my hair, I wash my hair extensions. Ideally, if you're not using them straight away, then I would recommend that you just let them air dry. Otherwise, if you are needing to, then just blow dry them as you would your own hair. If you're using a Dyson Airwrap, which is what I use, then again, just do exactly the same thing on your hair extensions as you do on your normal hair. The one tip I probably would say is if the hair extensions have hair that's slightly thicker than yours, then perhaps sometimes just, you know, spray a bit of leave-in conditioner just to make sure that you can get your fingers through and it really, really blends nicely. I hope that you found this really helpful, and I hope it's answered all the questions and comments that I've received. If I haven't, please let me know, and apologies again that you've had to listen to me rabbit on. Enjoy! Bye!